Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Sean Finnegan, the head boys basketball coach at Traverse City St. Francis. How's it going?
Good, good. How you doing, Casey?
Doing well. I know the season actually kicks off for you guys tomorrow. A team I'm very familiar with. Canton is coming up to play you guys. But overall, how excited are you to start the year?
We every year, we're chomping at the bit, just like everyone else, ready to get rolling. And our basketball season is one of those that it has more hurdles than most seasons with Thanksgiving, Christmas, exams, all the changes of the school year, and so it's kind of always a little anticlimactic as far as getting started, and then it's kind of after the new year you finally get some sort of rhythm going. But we're excited to play some other people and have a game that means something tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the guys that are returning and some of the guys that to watch out for.
Yeah, we've got a good returning group. We'll probably start 5 seniors, and those seniors, 2 of them, one started for me as a freshman, one was my 6th man as a freshman, and the other 3 seniors were all up as sophomores. So 5 of my 7 seniors have got a lot of experience. Wyatt Nausatis, our point guard, 6'4" lefty. I'm sure you've heard of him before. He gets a lot of buzz. He's getting a lot of recruiting looks. He was a starting point guard for all 4 years now. Joey Donahue, another one that was up as a freshman. He was my 6th man. He's a football player. He's got a D1 or 2 offer, a couple D2 looks, but he's a heck of a basketball player. Just a tough-nosed kid, and and that kind of brings you to most of our kids. Half of them play football, and they just got off a runner-up run in the football world there. So we're still playing a little football on the basketball court, I feel like, at times. But and John Hagelstein, another football guy, my center, 6'5", looking for a good senior year. Drew Braymeyer, another 6'5", kind of wing player that will be a senior this year, starting to get some good college looks himself. He's going to have a breakout year. And then another guard for a senior, Henry Reinick, who's, again, all these guys have been up since sophomore year at least. So they're very familiar with the system and looking forward to that. As far as some new faces, we're kind of battling that out a little bit right now. We've got 2 other seniors that are, Owen Somerville and Charlie King, who are battling to get in rotation. We've got a handful of juniors that are battling to get in rotation. We got a couple sophomores up that are also battling. And to be honest, we're still trying to figure out where everyone falls in that mix. And it could change night to night a little bit based on matchups and, who's playing well, and go with the hot hand off the bench kind of thing. So,
yeah. So kind of going into that, where do you think where do you like what do you like about your team so far, and where do you think you guys are at heading into this game?
Well, I hear a lot of coaches talk about losing that week, how that hurt us and everything, which, I mean, for me, it actually kind of brought everyone down closer to where we're at, because we start late every year waiting on the football team. So for us this year, we only had to figure out how to practice for a couple days before I got everybody in the gym anyway, rather than having to go 2 weeks with 5 guys or something. That's tougher. But like everyone, we're still our boys know the system, know the program, but it's kind of the biggest thing is shaking the rust off. Getting in basketball shape versus football shape, or whatever, other fall sports, soccer. Basketball is a lot different. It's a lot of change of pace, change of direction. It's nonstop. So for us, we don't try and cram too much in early in the year. We kind of get our base going and build off it as the year goes, depending on what's working, what our strengths are, and sometimes who we're playing. But the biggest thing for us is getting in shape and getting kind of some of that rust knocked off. And remember that we're playing with a round ball now, not an oblong ball. So that always takes a little time.
Yeah. Talk about your schedule so far in December. We're obviously, you talked about Canton's coming tomorrow, but overall, what do you kind of preview your schedule for December?
Yeah, well, December, we'll have 4 games in December. We've got Canton tomorrow. The next Thursday, we host Harbor Springs, which is a league game for us. And then we go down to Grand Haven for a Christmas tournament every year, and we'll play Grand Haven on the 29th and Holland West Ottawa on the 30th. So we'll have a good December, and then we have 8 non-league games this year, and 7 of them are Class A Division I schools. So we're challenging ourselves a bit. I think I sent you in February. We've got Detroit Tech coming up to play us. So another team out of your area that I'm sure you're familiar with as well. And we're trying to challenge this group. We've got a good group of seniors, like I said, and we got a team that if things go well, we could try and make some noise, but we got a lot of work to do in between now and then, and playing some tough D1 schools will help that, hopefully.
Kind of talk about the conference for a second that you're in.
Yeah. Our league, Lake Michigan Conference up here, based on just strictly based on returning guys. I haven't had a whole lot of time to see anybody play yet, but Boyne City's going to be good this year. They return 3 scoring guards, as well as they have 2 athletic bigs that kind of played a little JV and varsity last year as sophomores. So I expect them to be a tough game for sure. Elk Rapids is another school that they lost a bit the last 2 years as far as seniors go, but they had a really good freshman team, really good JV team, and they're a program that's they run the same system. So these kids coming in don't fall off much. They've been doing the same thing every year, so they're going to be a solid team. And then honestly, after that, it's going to be kind of a dogfight a little bit, and I'm not sure where everyone's going to fall yet. Some of it will determine which freshmen or sophomores developed in the off season, who if a kid moved in, if a kid left, there's a few unknowns yet, and haven't really had a good chance to see anybody play yet. So still trying to figure out the rest of the teams a little bit.
Yeah. And then just kind of talk about what you want to see really out of your guys in these first few games. And of course, it starts tomorrow with a really, really tough Canton team coming in.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on defense. So, I expect our offense, and it always does, just because, again, with football and everything doing what they do, our offense usually takes a little longer to get going, but we pride ourselves on playing defense and playing defense from day one. So our effort should be there, our energy should be there, and and then if we're focused, we just take care of the ball, get decent shots, and execute some of our things. I can live with some missed shots as long as we're taking the right shots. So we never start as good as we will be down the stretch, but as long as we're defending and we have effort and we take care of the ball, then that keeps them from getting yelled at a little extra.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. Best of luck this season.
Hey, I appreciate it, Casey. Thanks again.